Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Dramatic Capture Series, Leader Class Astrotrain. And no, I do not have the other ones, and also because of the fact of how today went, no, I'm not pulling out my Blitzwing for size comparison. And also, no, that was not an innuendo. But I'm not going to use the Blitzwing for size comparison at all, because I just don't have the time. I have time for like one triple changer to be size comparison, then obviously that's going to be Galaxy Shuttle. But anyway, here he is, and I've always wanted an Astrotrain, but you know, during the Kingdom stuff, I was kind of, or Siege actually. During the Siege stuff, I was kind of done with collecting for a bit. That was kind of during my break time, I guess you could say. I still kind of regret that, but also not really, because now that we have Studio Series, I can kind of start catching up, and I do not have Earthrise Optimus, because I would have probably bought that one, but no, I got the Commander class from Studio Series, which is better. But anyway, when I heard that Astrotrain was going to get a re-release through the Dramatic Capture Series, I was a little bit sad in a way, because he was going to come with Blitzwing and Starscream. Blitzwing I had pre-ordered actually on the second site that I like to use, and Starscream I've had for a long time because of the fact that when I returned to collecting, he was one of the first figures in a sense that I bought, because he was about Voyager class price point and came with the Coronation set. So how could I say no to that? But that would mean that potentially I would have to skip out on Astrotrain. However, that is not the case, because of the fact that Site 1 that I like to use actually took this set apart and sold the figures separately sometimes. So I got myself an Astrotrain new out of the box in that sense, and I'm happy with him. So let's take a closer look. And technically we've already looked at this figure through the power of Galaxy Shuttle, but I don't care. But anyway, here we got the original mold, what the mold was also made for, and man, does he look good in the purple and the gray. Very much like it. But he's got the nice yellow here on the head. He's got a nice looking head sculpt in there. He's got the nice, you know, details all around, because originally this is actually a leader class. Also, for anyone wondering, no, because of the fact that this idiot comes with the Dramatic Capture Series, just like this dummy, they don't come with their leader class stuff, which I actually very much like, because I hate that stuff. But yeah, they don't come with the like box. Like this idiot doesn't come with the box that this idiot came with, that I have somewhere in my room, I swear. But anyway, yeah, he doesn't come with that, and I'm so happy about that. But because of the fact that this figure was originally leader class priced, he is full of details and full of heft as well. It's a heavy figure, you know. It's not that Voyager class pricing. This is that leader class pricing. Very, very nice. And also you got the big legs here. I actually very much like this figure, but you could have already guessed that from my review of the power of Galaxy Shuttle. And then in the back, this is what he looks like. He also, overall, for being a triple changer, he cleans up pretty well. He's got the nice silver here on the boosters as well. The threads there, or threads, I don't know what they're called. What do you call these, like, bits? I have no idea. But anyway, he looks very nice. Just to get the nice little yellow and red there as well on the side. Oh, and also you got some red here at the, I don't know, the six-pack, I guess you could say. Kind of six-pack, a bit of a weird six-pack. But overall, he looks very nice. But this is not all that you get, because unlike that box, you do still get his weapons. And that's these three. Technically, you got these two weapons, which are basically just the same as the ones that came with Galaxy Shuttle, but now in purple, boys, instead of red. And to be honest, I think the purple actually works better for the Decepticon. And then afterwards, she also comes with this big gun, which was actually painted black on the Galaxy Shuttle. I actually had to look to see which of the gun, because Galaxy Shuttle actually comes with more guns than this idiot. I don't know why, but I don't necessarily care. But overall, he's got a nice looking gun as well, and obviously you can plug it into his side of his arms here, but also his hands. You can technically plug it here on the wing. In the back, you can technically plug it in here, I guess, you know, in the booster. But let's just plug these. There you go. You can kind of deck him out with weapons in order to destroy the good forces of the Autobots. Goodness shall not be happening when Astrotrain is around. Only bad things will happen when Astrotrain is around. There you go. Let's get these guns out of here so that we can get into the articulation segment. So obviously his head can do a full rotation if you want to. And also do a little bit of up and down as well. Maybe a little bit of wiggle room for side to side, but not much. His arms can do a full rotation, and you can actually kind of put the wings out of the way. Not necessarily a lot. I mean, nope. You cannot do that. So sadly enough, that is an idea that I had. But anyway, you can put them a little bit backwards in order to accommodate the arm rotation. You got some in and out as well. A rotation here and a double jointed elbow as well. And then afterwards, the hand can go inside as well. No wrist rotation, sadly enough. Leader class budget though, kind of wish he had that. Then afterwards he also has a waist rotation. Also, I wanted to say just like Galaxy Shuttle, but I should probably say Galaxy Shuttle is just like him, because I think this guy was actually the original mold for the figure. Yeah, he was, because Idiot came out in Legacy. Anyway, then afterwards with this legs you can go forward, also the hip skirt, but you can go forward. You can go a little bit back, but not really that much. I remember that one being the annoyance from the Galaxy Shuttle. And then afterwards, you also got some in and out. You got a rotation here and a bend at the knee as well. And then afterwards, you also have ankle tilt. There you go. Ankle tilt as well, but no real up and down in the feet. So that might be a little bit disappointing as well. Not necessarily something that I care about, but hey, whatever. Anyway, overall, he's got some nice articulation. Kind of wish that there was wrist rotation, but whatever, you can't win them all, and at least this guy is not a sword wielder. Anyway, let's go straight into SAS comparison then, shall we? Starting off, here he is next to Galaxy Shuttle. And yeah, they look very different, but also very much the same. It's a new head and a new paint job and a different faction symbol, but outside of that, and also an extra gun. But outside of that, it is basically the same figure, and they look very nice together as well. I'm a fan of Galaxy Shuttle. Obviously, I'm gonna be a fan of Astrotrain as well. So let's get you out of here. So here we have basically all three of these figures are the exact same price. Now, which one is actually worth it? Because like these are all leader classes. Normally anyway. I actually forgot how much I paid for that idiot, but that doesn't necessarily matter to me. Because at most it was leader class and at least it was Voyager class price point, probably what I paid for it. But I think maybe they actually increased the pricing on this guy so that they could decrease the price on Starscream, because who really wants that Starscream when there are about 1 million versions of that Starscream? But this Astrotrain is actually difficult to get, so that one's probably the more expensive one. But here he is with them, so let's get them out of here so we can get into the last two. With Shockwave and Soundwave looking very nice as well. Look at them. And these two are also the same price point, technically, normally, but they both kind of forego their extra stuff in order to make them leader classes. And to be honest, I actually like them more, because I hate the extra stuff that they come with as leader class. I think they look perfect the way that they are. I really wish they just made Shockwave a Voyager class figure. But here they are together, so let's get them out of here. Pull you in closer, and because of the fact that you are a triple changer, let's go to the first of two modes. Alright, so let's get Astrotrain into his shuttle mode, shall we, boys? So, what you want to start off with, obviously, just like with Galaxy Shuttle, what you can do is fold the hands or the fists in, rotate these pieces here around. Afterwards, untap this and rotate this up, like so. And then rotate this in, and then these tabs are going to slide into those slots. So double hinge this up. I remember this being a little bit annoying. Yep, there you go. It's just the moving of all of the pieces that's a little bit annoying, but there you go. The two of them are now here. We'll eventually tap that bad boy in there. Then afterwards, what you want to do is you want to rotate these side pieces here from the chest. Come on, dude. There you go. Out. So that we can then rotate this around, rotate this piece out, rotate this all the way around, and fold this down. And then this is also going to kind of clamp on in here as well. Somehow, don't ask me how, but somehow this all of this stuff is going to kind of hold itself together in that sense once we get to the backer section. Then afterwards, what you want to do is you want to take this piece here and rotate this backwards. I am actually also transforming good old Galaxy Shuttle at the same time, for size comparison, obviously. And then also untap this piece back here and rotate this around. And then you got these two big tabs that are going to slide into that slot, but you want to kind of keep this in between if you can, so that everything kind of locks into place. So, yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. No, that was actually way simpler than before. But anyway, also get the backpack tab in as well. Like so. I don't actually think that these tabs are necessarily all that important. Maybe they are, I don't know. Anyway, there it is. We got the back section there done. Afterwards, we cannot forget this. You want to lift up these pieces here. You want to lift up these pieces here. I remember forgetting that one on my good old friend. And then afterwards, what you want to do is we'll work on the legs. Got good old Galaxy Shuttle done, as they always say. Work smarter, not harder. Also, untap these side pieces and put the foot down. Rotate this all the way around. By the way, here's proof. I ever transformed this guy. Because these are the same figures. Why not just split it into half, you know? Kind of do one half with one guy. But then I kind of went a little bit overboard and finished up the guy. After that, what you want to do is you want to untap this piece here on the side. Come on, you can do it. There you go. You can do this, okay? Just untap this from the side. Rotate them up and get them all together. Just figure out how first, and then afterwards, once you get all of this tapped together like so, hit the bottom as well, just all around, and then also take these pieces here and rotate them down and tap them in. Get these two obviously rotated out. Little thing that I don't like is the fact that this does not necessarily line up, but don't worry about it. My old one also technically kind of did not necessarily line that bad boy up. But anyway, here we have, after a long, grueling battle, we have good old Astrotrain, a technically Galaxy Shuttle, in Space Shuttle Mode. So here we got Astrotrain in his Shuttle Mode, and once again, just like I said during my review of good old Galaxy Shuttle, what's this, dude? It feels like half of it broke off on... Like, this thing is not making it into space. I'm telling you right now. Or maybe it, like, made it into space, but it broke off pieces. But this thing is not making it back to Earth. I'll tell you that much right now. You are not making it back to Earth. But overall, outside of that, you know, some mode has to be compromised, and it's this mode that actually gets compromised in a triple changer. And even then, to be honest, with these new Astrotrainy colors, big fan, well, bigger fan, not the big fan, but bigger fan. Anyway, let's take a look at this guy then, shall we? So obviously we got the new Scoon right here with the windows right there. We got the nice little side here as well, little wheels from the train section as well. Look at the nice side. We got the broken up back as I talked about, and also the nice wings, little Decepticon symbol right there. Nice purple here for the wings. Same thing on the other side. And then after that, on the underside is nothing but purple, boys. Don't worry about that. We'll get to the purple mode. Don't you worry about that one. But overall, you know, while he does look kind of dumb here in the back, just like his buddy, I still like him more than his buddy, technically. This is what this mode was made for. It's like when they made that Sentinel Prime figure that was completely orange. It was like, oh yeah, here, by the way, here is Astrotrain, the real one, and it looked a lot better as Astrotrain. But I think that this one actually looks a little bit better as well. But like I said, every time one mode has to be compromised somehow. So then obviously, next up, let's go and bring in the weapons, because we got some holes up here that we can put the guns inside of if need be, obviously. Well, not, okay, maybe not these guns. Okay, this gun can fit. This one does not, sadly enough, the pack. How, wait, the side. That's how it works. But wait, let me take you off. It would probably look a lot better if I were to actually do it like this. Like so, there you go. And then the last gun you can store either here on the back side right there, or you can just plug it onto the wings if you want to. Don't worry about it. It does feel weird though that he has 3 guns because of the fact that kind of makes him uneven, but don't worry about it. He can take on any Autobot that he so pleases. Nothing can stand in the way in the ultimate space battle. That kind of stuff. So let's get these guns out of here. There we are. We are not even close to being done yet, because next up, let's go into size comparison. But what I mean is the fact we got a whole other mode to deal with. So then size comparison time. So here we got him next to Galaxy Shuttle. And to be honest, this piece here at the top doesn't necessarily close all that well on my, like... It kind of closes, but that gap is like less noticeable on this one because it is actually not white. The whiteness actually makes the gap stand out way more. But here they are together. I have now both figures. This makes me so happy, to be honest. I like both of these figures and they actually look pretty cool. Even though the backside is a little bit compromised, but I can live with it. You know what? Having lived with Galaxy Shuttle for the last month, I have accepted it. Move you out of the way for the next one. For Starscream and Gelf, Astrotrain, boys. Look at the two of them with Astrotrain looking really cool. And just like I said before, no Blitzwing. I do not have the time for that. I am sorry. I would have if that idiot wasn't a triple changer, but if it wasn't a triple changer, I wouldn't have even grabbed it probably. But still, I don't have the time, okay? I got 6 of these bad boys to go through today because I'm doing all of the Decepticons today. But they look great with him as well, so then let's bring in Knight Rider, boys. I accidentally hit the camera. I don't know how it was supposed to go, so maybe like this. But anyway, here we got Kit from Knight Rider. Don't worry, I did not forget. When I was transforming everyone, I was like, Kit! And I went off and grabbed him. So here he is. God, I still love this figure to death because I'm still such a huge fan of the show. Then next up, the finale, which is the favorites. And here we got Soundwave and Shockwave, 100% out of scale. We'll always say that, but does not matter. Still looking good with the power of the Astro. Not necessarily the train, though. We'll get there eventually, but right now, we are most certainly in the Astro section. So let's get them out of here. Pull you in a bit closer, and let's get into that secondary transformation into train mode. So let's get Astrotrain into his train mode. So what you want to start off with, I like to start off with anyways, you just want to split this whole piece here up, get this whole thing rotated around. I guess you can also kind of just move. I actually don't think you have to move that out of the way. Don't do it. I was just thinking of something else. I thought this wouldn't fit. Anyway, then afterwards, what you want to do is you want to just untap this back section as well. Take this piece here, rotate the tail fin in, rotate this around, rotate these pieces around as well. Actually, rotate this forward so you can get this in here. There you go, like so. Afterwards, you can continue to keep this the same. After that, what you want to do is you want to rotate these pieces here up, fold these pieces in. Let's see if these ones actually do want to tab in, or maybe it's just a mold thing. Because for me, they never really wanted to tab in, so I don't know if they are supposed to tab in, but they don't want to tab in on the side either. So it's just never going to happen, is it? Afterwards, obviously, what you want to do is you want to take the wheel here and rotate it around. Maybe the other way around is better. There you go. Rotate the wheel around like so. We'll keep it like this for now because now we're going to deal with this part, which is about... get that out of the way. You want to rotate this piece here around. Rotate this piece here around. Then you want to come in here and take out the choo-choo thingy. I don't know what you call this stuff, so I'm just going to call it the choo-choo thing. So rotate this out. Then afterwards, rotate these two in on each other. And... tab it together, but also rotate this stuff backwards actually, so we can get everything in here nicely lined up as it is supposed to be lined up very nicely. All right, so it seems as though when I rotated these things backwards, now everything wants to sit flush. Okay, so rotate these things later if you have a problem with it. But anyway, now what you want to do is you want to actually take these pieces here and fold them down. Out of frustration, it already happened. Actually, you know what? Let's wait with this for a little bit, because now we're going to rotate these pieces here up, like so. And then we're going to basically rotate these pieces here down to kind of lock everything into place in that sense. Maybe. I always forget how these wheels are supposed to go. No, wait. I did it again. I think I did it actually on the last one as well, but you got to actually rotate this down. There you go. Here we have Astrotrain in his train mode. After a long journey, we finally made it to Astrotrain's best of the two vehicular forms. That being the power of the train. Never doubt the power of the train. That's what I always say. Never said it in my life though. But anyway, here we go. Also, it would be nice to have little wheels. Bone Crusher didn't have that. But anyway, still, this thing, it looks really cool. I've always loved how, you know, Astrotrain goes from like mostly gray to entirely purple in his train mode. Technically, this video went black. But to be honest, black's not a color though, is it? That's a bit cheating, to be honest. Like, that's not a color. This is a color. Black and white are not officially classified as colors. So that's not a color. It's not a color. Because people who are colorblind only see black and white. But overall, this is a very nice looking train mode. Look at the little Decepticon symbol we have at the front. Now, it still has the same problem that I've always had, which this kind of sits in an angle on mine. Like, I don't know how to get that perfect because, like, I'm pushing it up, but it just does not want to sit straight and flush. And then also this sits lower, and I can't really get this to go any lower or anything like that. So I have no idea. Don't really care necessarily. Like, I feel like this is supposed to go lower, but it does not. And also, this not being able to sit flush annoys me as well. But whatever, outside of that, you know what? Also, a wee bit wobbly. Did I pull you down enough? So it is because of the stupid stuff. But outside of that, I still like it. Also, you got the little yellow here at the back as well. Man, overall, outside of little problems, might just be mold degradation. Who's to say? Doesn't really matter. He's still pretty cool. Also got like the silver here for the wheels as well. Very nice. Kind of wish that they could spin along to leader class budget, but even leader class can't do it. That is where you go for the masterpiece, boys. If a masterpiece of this guy comes out and these things do not rotate with the wheels, that's obviously instantly a no-go. So then let us look then straight at the weapon storage, which, if I remember correctly, is literally just kind of like up here. And also, in a way, I guess you could say, back here. Because there are no other holes, really, for this weapon to go. Technically, you could put it in the booster in the back, which, by the way, also very nice looking booster right there. All the technical marvels that are inside of it. Forgot to talk about that one. I thought I did, but I did not. But anyway, you can put it in the booster, I guess, because you got a hole there, but that is only usable in jet mode, not in train mode, sadly enough. I made that mistake, I think, during Galaxy Shuttle's review. But anyway, he has some weapon storage. I mean, can't you just combine some of these weapons? No, you can't. It's a bit of a shame. You can't really combine these weapons into one, like, huge, big, powerful gun, sadly enough. But he has weapon storage. However, he does not have articulation, so I guess we shall then go straight into SAS comparison, starting off, obviously, with the black one. Here he is with Galaxy Shuttle, and to be honest, the two of them overall look pretty nice together. I like them both, okay? Now, obviously, since this is supposed to be Astrotrain, I like him more, and also because of the fact he's got the purple, I like Astrotrain more. I will say that right now. If this guy, instead of being white, was red, and you had the red poking through, instant winner. Instant winner. Astrotrain would not even have stood a chance, but to be honest, I think the gray and the purple are better than the white and the black. Just saying, but overall, these two look nice together. I mean, also, he has the backside painted, but also, this is a Takara product. This is not. So the fact that this is not painted, but this is, might just be a and also the back the window thing here, might just be a little bit of a Takara sneaky thing. But still doesn't matter. Let's get you out of here so we can bring in the leaders. Here we got all of the leaders, boys. Astrotrain with the rest of them. Look at him. Very much out of skill, but does not really matter. It's G1, so who cares? It's all about fun. And these guys are very fun. Even though technically this idiot is going to get an update maybe in the future, because they are releasing like a new version of Thundercracker, which I may or may not buy that mold, depending of course on Skywarp. Because if Japan releases a Skywarp version that I want of the Earthrise mold with the Dramatic Capture series, with like maybe like another figure that I'm interested in. Because like if Skywarp gets announced next year to be in the Dramatic Capture series, or maybe even this year, with the Insecticons, well, as you can see on my channel, I have already gotten them all. I already own all three of the Insecticons, so I don't care. The only reason I bought that Thundercracker was also because of Reflector. Because otherwise I would have canceled that pre-order immediately and pre-ordered the other guy. But like, I need Reflector, so I need to get the Earthrise one. However, with Skywarp, who's to say? Maybe I will get that one. And also I already have Dirge and also Ramjet. And I got Thrust pre-ordered as well, so the only way for me to get that mold is with Skywarp if the Dramatic Capture Series version turns disappointing. Anyway, it's not about that. It is about, well, technically, it's kind of related because this idiot comes from the Dramatic Capture Series as well. Anyway, let's get you guys out of here so we can bring in Kit from Knight Rider, boys. Yes, indeed. And he looks very nice alongside Kit. So let's get Kit out of here so that we can bring in some more dramatic friends. That being obviously Shockwave and Soundwave. No, I'm not bringing in Blitzwing because I am not in the mood to do another triple changer transformer, okay? The only reason I grabbed Galaxy Shuttle is number one, because of the fact that it's literally the same mold. And number two, it's the same mold, so it's the same transformation, you know? That's why. But here you go. They look good together, so let's get them out of here. Pull you in closer so we can get back into robot mode and call it a day on this big boy. So let's get Astrotrain transformed back into his robot mode. So what you want to start off with, you want to take these side wheels here, rotate them out and up and tab them in. There's a little tab here that goes to the slot there, so tab that in. Then you can rotate the wheel here. Yeah. It got a little bit stuck, sadly enough. Tab it back in. We'll rotate the wheel around to get that out of the way. Then also you can fold this out as well. And we'll deal with you later because now we're gonna split this piece here. And then rotate it down. Also split the front here as well. Let me just take the part separator and separate the parts. Then you can take this piece here and rotate it in. Take this piece here and rotate it in. And then also you can rotate this around. Rotate this around. However, now we're gonna do this downwards. So you basically want to take this. Oh, wait. You want to untap the foot first, apparently. There you go. Rotate it around. And now, wait. Oh, I get what is wrong here. You want to push this up and in. That was the problem. God, I always forget about that. But anyway, now you can fold that in. So now you can fold that in, and then technically you're supposed to pull out the foot. Like so. Rotate it around, and then there's a little tab here. It goes to the slot right there, which is why he does not have ankle tilts. Sadly enough. He did have all the other articulation points, but he does not have ankle tilts. So there you go. And then, come on. Get in. Oh, it was too low. There you go. We got the legs fully done. After that, what you can do is raise the camera a little bit so we can undo this or rotate this off to the back and basically just fold it flat against it. Take this piece here and rotate it down more, and then split the arms and rotate them down, and rotate the camera down as well with it. Tab it in, and then afterwards untab the arms from back here. So just do that. Rotate this around, and then also come under here. Take the fist out as well. Take the fisticles out as well. And rotate this fully down. And then here we have Astrotrain back in his robotic mood, boys. So, final thoughts on Astrotrain. What do I think about him? I think he's great. I actually do. I think he is actually really good. This is absolutely my favorite at the moment triple changer of the Generation 1 fellas. I like him more than Blitzwing, who was at the top, because the Autobot ones have been sorely disappointing. Like, Springer falls over all the time because the feet have no locking point, so he just falls backwards all the time. And then you got like Sandstorm, whose chest doesn't want to tab in. So neither of those figures are fun, but this guy, and technically Blitzwing as well, are fun, but this one is better. Overall, I think he does the triple changing gimmick the best. While yes, there are still some limitations, like in the shuttle mode with the back looking like a destroyed thing. Overall, I still think that this is actually a fun figure. Now we come to the problem, however, and that is the fact that this idiot is actually part of a set. So would I recommend this set? I don't know. If you don't have any of the figures, yes. Yes, I would, boys. I would recommend this figure together with Blitzwing, and I actually don't remember Starscream. Does Starscream come with the coronation gear? Because if he comes with the coronation gear, I would highly recommend it. But if he doesn't, that once again puts a little bit of a sad spot on that set. But overall, I think with the 2 triple changes that you do get, I will recommend the set. However, if you find this guy alone from Siege, or even the upcoming, potentially, Studio Series 1, would I recommend that one? Absolutely. He is a very fun figure. But that has been my review of Transformers Dramatic Capture Series Leader Class Astrotrain. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell, and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!